live stream, which is coming from Irpin in Ukraine. Now, this is the first time I've done an outside live stream on this channel. The reason I didn't do it before because I didn't know how to put it onto the phone to do it. Anyway, as it turned out, it was very easy to do, and so I should be able to do more live streams from outside. Now, I'm in Irpin, which is to the northwest of Kiev, and there was a battle here, the battle for Irpin, which lasted from approximately the 28th of February, 27th, 28th of February to the end of March of this year, 2022. And looking around, this is quite shocking. And now I came to one position initially, excuse me, I wanted to film with, there was a pile of ruins, and quite horrific really, and I thought, because there's a Ukrainian army position not so far away, I didn't want to have to be seen filming that. Also, I didn't want to have the road in the background. So I've got the road in the background now, just turn the camera around. And here at Irpin, we can really see what this war is all about. The destruction is horrendous, and we've got communities, for example, Bucha's clearly an older town, and I am sorry, I was ill. It poured with rain. First day I came here, 2 days ago. I got ill almost immediately. Hello, Isa. Oh, you're up late. No, it's not. It's early there where you are. And I got really ill. I spent a day in bed the day before yesterday. You know, I don't come all this way to spend a day in bed. But as it's going to pour down, I can tell it's going to pour down. I'll be going back as soon as this video is concluded. Anyway, so look behind me now, you can see this damage, and I just use this as one thing. I'll put the camera around. Hello, Anika. 5 p.m. in Japan, and it's 11 here in Ukraine. So this is just an example. Here you've got this building here. I don't know what it was, or is, I should say, because you can still tell what it is. It's a building still. I suppose it can be repaired. But you've got being bombed from above. You see buildings there in front of me, there, all destroyed. And as I come round, see the I think that's from bullet rounds in there. And here we've got a building, there's still people living in it. You can see it's burnt out the central part, but people are still living in it. And anyway, I'll put the camera back on me again. So it's a pretty shocking situation here. It's pretty horrific, and I really feel for the people here. You know, the huge amount of infrastructure damage that's actually happened. I should really be doing things related to what's happening on the front, the news items, but seeing so much destruction, that it's very difficult to actually do things like that, and I've become totally absorbed now within my own little world, so to speak, rather than the wider picture of the war itself and the way the war is going. I haven't had the cause yet to change my opinion of how this war is going to end, how it's going to continue. I believe there's going to be a stalemate position. Russia might even try to come up with a new Minsk agreement, keeping all the territory it has so far seized, and then have another crack at it in a few years' time. We've had 2 Minsk agreements. Russia broke both of them. In fact, Russia's broken every single agreement that I know of that it's had with Ukraine. So there's absolutely no point in negotiating with Russia on anything, because they're not going to keep the word, and unless there's a natural way of enforcing it, then there's no point in an agreement. Now, normally if you have a relationship between 2 people, and it's a commercial relationship, and one person fails to actually do what they're supposed to do, then you take them to court. The court gives a ruling, and if the other side has got the financial wherewithal to actually seize it. You seize the other person's financial wherewithal, and that's how it works. In a case like this, I just honestly do not see what else can be done. So it just won't. It's the same with the Nazis in the 1930s. Hitler had no intention of keeping his word on anything, and so this is unfortunately the position. The attack in the Donbass, I think the Russians are still advancing and will continue to advance slowly. There is, of course, a danger of Ukrainian troops being surrounded, but though I don't think it's as risky as it might have been a couple of weeks ago. The Russians have been cleared out of the Kharkiv area. A really curious point is that there was somebody put some videos up on TikTok or something similar about Iskander missiles being taken to the areas of the Finnish border, so trying to frighten Finland. I mean that to me makes it even more certain that Finland is likely to join NATO. And what Putin has achieved, if NATO was really the object, anti-NATO, which we all know is just a pathetic excuse, but sorry, but now St. Petersburg is in artillery range of a NATO country, or at least it will be once Finland joins. And Putin, I'm sure, knew that. And this is just part. He needs to create enemies. It's what dictators do. They need to create enemies in order to say, "Oh, look, we're threatened on all sides, and therefore we all need to stick together." And meanwhile, they continue to steal and send the money to these offshore tax havens, which is, of course, what it's all about. So anyway, so there were some of my thoughts this Saturday morning here in Ukraine. Before it starts pouring down, I'm gonna get myself home, but I shall be doing further live updates. But before I go, I'll turn the camera around again and show you what we have here. So the destruction to this. Here we have, down here, this is the memorial to the Second World War. And I just wonder if it's just a coincidence, because there's another memorial to the war and there's a university building beside it. It's completely destroyed. And as if they're trying to destroy the past somehow. Here's somewhere where it appears as though a bomb hit. It's probably, I suspect that is a bomb hit. I don't know, of course. And I suspect that there was something else here before. And this is the reality. I mean, this actually doesn't look too bad compared to things. So, oh, hello, Colin. And anyway, look, I'll finish off with the war memorial at Irpin. There we have these storks, I think they're meant to be, flying above it, and that's the Second World War. And very much regretfully, the contribution of Irpin to this war is much greater, and we don't know how many people from here have died so far, but the number from the Second World War would be much more than that. I need to point out, of course, that this is a commuter place. This is one of these places that has grown in recent years. So it's, I mean, 63,000 people live here now, or at least did in February. And for a town of 63,000, you would, for something like war memorial, you'd expect normally to see a lot more dead. So obviously that shows that there's very few. It was much smaller before. Anyway, oh, it's 10 in Gdansk. Yes, it is. Yeah, 10 in Gdansk. And there you go. The great Fatherland War. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't see that. Yeah. Great Fatherland War, 1941-45. Okay, right. So thanks so much for being here. I might do another live broadcast today. So I'll see how I'm feeling. But for the moment, it's all the best from me in Irpin in Ukraine. Thanks for watching.